Hi, my name is Aaron Rhodes, and you're listening to the Shuttlecock Podcast. We're sponsored by the Vinyl Underground at 7th Heaven, offering new and used vinyl at 76 and Truce in Kansas City, Missouri. This week on the show, we have No Scope over here smoking the vegan gas.
The vegan gas. I am not a vegan, but I only smoke vegan gas. I don't fuck with the backwoods. That's how I want to start this interview.
That's great. How you been?
I've been doing good, bro. How you been?
Good. Oh, and who do we have joining us off to the side over here?
This is my villain right here. My ex Boon Coon. This is Lil Twerp.
Say hello.
Lil Twerp.
Yeah, what's going on? My name's Lil Twerp.
Yeah.
And I'm the villain.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
He's one of my main producers. We cook up in the stew like every day, every night type shit. And he's been like my ace. It's
great. No, and it's funny. I don't know. It's really not that funny, but I went over to record a podcast for the pitch that's going to be getting rolled out soon, and
I fuck with the pitch.
It's good. My editor has like 5 or 10 years on me, and I was like coming into the spot and checking everything out, and I'm like, oh, so this is the stew. He's like, what? I'm like, the stew. He's like, no, what? And I'm like, the studio. He's like, yes.
I'm weak.
So we are in the stew.
With
Twerp and No Scope.
Hey.
But no, yeah. Is there much of a story behind the moniker or
No Scope?
Yeah.
Here's the crazy thing about it. My last name is Savage. Like, on God.
Yeah, you think that's the natural the name that you want to pick that you're given?
I was like, I tried to play with it when I was younger. Like, right when I started going about YG Sav. And I was like, that shit is just too, like, rapidy rap. Plus, it's lame. I'm literally taking, like, 2 people's names and putting them together. Yeah. I was like, fuck that. I'm going to just be No Scope. Because it just came to me. I love Call of Duty more than, like, any other game. This shit is fire. And I just love No Scope. And I came No Scope. It's just, who else is named No Scope? Who else has been named No Scope? That shit is beautiful to me.
So, which Call of Duty games are the best ones? Would you say?
We got the Modern Warfare 2, of course. Modern Warfare 3 was nice. This newest Call of Duty Blackout is super fire. World War 2 is phenomenal. Those are some of my favorites, for sure.
Nice. No, the only ones I remember really playing are like Black Ops and like maybe Modern Warfare 2. That seems like maybe the golden era of popular Call of Duty games. But I'm sure like all of the real Call of Duty heads like swear by like the early stuff, but
hell nah. That shit was weak.
Yeah.
I mean, the first original zombies, Nazi zombies, that was life changing. I remember niggas was playing that on the iPhone. You remember? Like on the hacked iPhones? I used to play that all the time.
I didn't realize
that's probably when No Scope was really born. I swear to God.
You didn't start like you're not on your YBN shit. You didn't like rap on the Xbox Live or
nah, I don't be rapping for niggas on the Xbox Live, but I do be telling them to go check my shit out because my Xbox Live name is No Scope 816. So I'll just be like, fuck with me.
So maybe you're getting blocked or reported, sending SoundCloud links on.
As I should be
live,
but I'm gonna keep it pushing. As I should be.
But yeah, so you moved to the area from Chicago. Oh man, there we go. I guess we'll just leave it, right? That's
that was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
No, it's great. One time it fell like just as the interview wrapped up. I'm like, okay, well, nothing to do there, but I think we should just keep rolling. We're in a good spot right now.
I'm totally cool with it. I think the people know we're doing this for Shuttlecock Magazine.
Oh yeah.
So.
But no, yeah, you moved here from Chicago when you were 14, is that right?
Yeah, I moved here when I was 14. My dad, he got some bunk-ass job out here in Kansas and thought it would be cool to take his youngest child out the hood. But boy, was that unwise. Because I went straight back to the hood when I turned 17. Came out here to Kansas City. Just became a part of the culture. Fell in love with it. It just reminded me of Chicago, just on a less grand scale. Honestly, just as violent. Crazy thing about it. And I fell in love with the culture. I fell in love with the music culture more than anything. And that's what really kick-started my career. I was just out here bullshitting, hustling, doing young nigga shit. And now I'm out here doing these shows, taking these trips, trying to do these interviews, do these videos, and just fuck with Kansas City culture.
Oh yeah, so what, like, and you ended up like going to school in Blue Valley once you got out here and everything?
I went to Blue Valley West. Ain't that some shit?
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was nothing but rich kids and drugs. So like that's all my life was.
No, yeah, like I think you and maybe like some other like rapper I've found in the last couple of years are like the only local artists I know to come out of a Blue Valley high school, but that's not even really where you're from.
Yeah, that's just not
originally.
how I be.
So I'm like, wow, does anything worth knowing happen out there? But
Nah, absolutely not.
Yeah. But,
absolutely not.
yeah, what were some of like the biggest adjustments and stuff you had to make when you're coming from Chicago to Kansas?
Just the fact that I can't do what everybody else do because my family ain't got the money that they got. Hey, can you grab the ashtray? Like, I literally can't do all these drugs on a day in, day out basis. I can't go crash these whips because I can't afford them. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I can't cap. The people were very accepting. Like, they didn't be like, yo, who is this black kid at our school? They're honestly like, yo, there's a black kid at our school. And it was pretty chill.
Just the one?
No, there's a few. But I was just like, I was keeping it G. I didn't grow up with him. They're like, oh, shit. He's on different shit. He's on a different type of time. And it was like, the culture just came together. But other than that, yeah, it was just like the fact that I can't do what everyone else was doing.
Were there any like weirder, like smaller things like you noticed along the way besides like these kind of big cultural shifts, you'd say?
Like what? Give me an example.
I don't know, like was there ever just like a situation you were put in or like just kind of a weird like kind of cultural like moment that you noticed that like wouldn't have happened elsewhere?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. And this shit is funny, but it's sad. All right. So we will be in a PE class, right? We playing basketball. We playing some motherfucking baseball. I'll step up to the plate. We playing some softball. They'd be like, oh, here comes Jackie Robinson. Here comes Satchel Paige or whatever other black motherfucking Daryl Strawberry. Now that was the type of shit that you got to be like, all right, this is wild. Like, this is just a joke to them, but at the same time, this could be considered racism. This could be considered a little bit insensitive. But you just play along with it. This is the game.
No, and so I was kind of curious, like, if the first like music you were listening to, like, did it end up being any like Chicago hip hop or like what, like?
Oh, when I came out to Kansas, I was listening to all different types of shit. I was listening to Cobra Starship. I was listening to some Panic at the Disco. I was listening to some Taylor Swift. I don't know who made the song Wagon Wheel, but I know I've heard that song over 1,000 times in my life. The Demi Lovato's. I done listen to all of that shit.
Are we gonna find like a picture of you with like swoopy hair and like?
I never did all of that. I never did all of that, but yeah, I was definitely with the music. I always dressed the same. Always kept the same like demeanor, but my music taste definitely changed quite a bit. It opened up so much. Like, I was getting into the MGMTs, all that good shit. Plus, like, I always fucked with Tyler, Creator, and later on, and like early in his career, he was fucking with Mac DeMarco. So then that's how I got into that whole wave of music, like the Kid Cruise and all that shit. And it was just like, it was awesome. So.
Oh yeah, there is like, I think a lot of people did probably find rock music like or at least like kind of more underground stuff through like some of the early like rappers that they were listening to around that age. So it is kind of fun to see like how, I don't know, like just, I guess another like cultural exchange that happens there.
Exactly.
Of, like,
it's like, for some reason, all the young hood niggas love Paramore right now.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't personally listened to Paramore, but I bet that if y'all played me a Paramore song right now, I would probably say it slaps.
Oh yeah.
It's just like,
I'm guessing like I feel like you probably would have heard
in.
one at some point and you just like wouldn't realize it. Yeah.
I was probably at a party, geeked up, happy as fuck, listening to Paramore, and I didn't even know, like a fool. If only I knew.
So, like, did you grow up with like any rap music? Would you say, or
Of course. I have an older brother and sister. My sister is 36. My brother is 37. So I've gotten like all the culture from like they're born in the 80s, and all the music they listen to from then there on out. I've heard like all the old school hip hops. Like I've heard the Jay-Z, the Nas, I've heard the Big L's, I've heard all that shit. I've heard the TLCs, I've heard the SWVs, I've heard the Destiny Child, you know. I've heard the Aaliyahs. I've soaked in that Ja Rule, the 50 Cent. I've soaked in all of that hip hop from then, now, music. So yeah, I've gotten a lot of that in my past.
So was Tyler the Creator like kind of an earlier like modern rapper that you got into, or like who was?
When it came to like the underground scene, Tyler Creator was my guy because he was mainstream, but not all the way mainstream yet. Like he wasn't getting those radio spins until he dropped like, what was it, Wolf?
Maybe.
Like everything before that, I was like a cult guy when it came to Tyler Creator. Like the message for his music, the way he moved with his group, the way everyone could hop on the song, the way everybody was in the music video, like I fucked with that heavy. Our Future was like everything.
And what kind of like followed, and has there been like a rapper or like just even a more specific sound that like made you want to pick up music? Or
Honestly, nah, man. It's just like all the music I've ever heard has made me want to make music. Like any music that has made me move, I've thought to myself, damn, I'm trying to make some fucking music. Oh God.
so what were your first like raps and like releases and stuff kind of like?
Okay, I didn't release anything, but in high school I was rapping with my homie D Lewis, and we used to just like rap and record these tracks all the time. Never release them, just rap. So like I always wanted to rap, but then once I graduated, I moved out to Kansas City and just started blah 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 blah. But then I dropped something called, I believe it was the Jeffrey Jordan EP on SoundCloud. It's only one track now because I deleted like most of them, but they were just different, man. They were just different. It was on a shitty ass mic. I'm pretty sure I recorded it in the Johnson County Library, in like on 87th in Kansas, because they got a studio in there, and it was just, I don't know, bro. We put our soul into that, and we were like, all right, people are fucking with this. We can actually really do this. So then we got our own gear, and we just started working, and that's when Agregatis came along, and people were like, okay, like y'all actually can do this. And that's how we just cemented, put our head down. We just been chugging for it ever since.
Where did the Jeffrey Jordan name come from?
Jeffrey Jordan, well, Michael Jordan's middle name is Jeffrey, and he's the GOAT. And I was just like, I don't want to directly mention him, but I just want to mention, like, I'm coming up. Like, I'm not full Michael Jordan right now. I'm just Jeffrey Jordan on the way up. So that was my mindset behind it. Yeah, it was hella funny. I'm pretty sure the cover art was like, I was just in the gas station and I had like a handful of snacks and I just put it over my face and took the picture. And I was like, that's kind of fire. And I made it the cover art. And then my next tape was The Theory of Relativity. Because I was tripping hella hard one day. And I had like hella acid on my tongue. And I looked over at my bro and he took a picture. And I saw the picture of me with the acid on my tongue. And I just immediately thought of Einstein just sticking his tongue out. So I just pasted, and I made this cover on Snapchat. I just put the motherfucking head all around Einstein. It was The Theory of Relativity. And that shit was slapping. Like, most of those tracks are still up on SoundCloud right now.
No, yeah, and so those are the first two EPs you dropped.
Yeah,
and you
Jordan,
mentioned
Theory of Relativity.
Yeah, and you mentioned Agua Gratis.
Agua Gratis, that means free water.
Yeah. What's the concept there?
Oh, it's like there's a constant thirst for music. People want that. They need to be replenished constantly. So we're hydrating. We're giving that free water. Plus, it's just like, when we started on that tape, there's a whole lot of shit going on with the Flint and all the other cities, and their water is all messed up. And we're like, fuck it, let's talk about something we actually care about, free water.
Do you, like, did you, like, kind of consider, like, at all, like, due to the fact that, like, everyone is, like, always just, like, telling people to drop more music, like, did it occur to you that, like, did you consider, like, maybe, like, holding off with it and like I don't know, because like
I did.
not giving the people everything they ask for?
I did, but at the same time, the people need a champion, and I'm willing to be that people's champion. So I'm gonna give the people what they want. You give the people what they want, they'll take care of you. That's a proven fact.
No, yeah, you say the people's champion. I think that's like a pretty solid way of putting it because I don't know. I think I think I was like listening to your stuff and like watching your videos and stuff last night. I'm like, No Scope is a bit of like an everyman. That's the word I popped into my head because I'm like, you're from Chicago. You have like kind of this like I don't know. You grew up on some of that stuff, but you end up in Blue Valley and
Got a little
like
bit of every culture,
you figure out how to like
rapper.
bring more than one group of people together. So I think there's something for everyone in your work. So
I fuck with that, bro. Thank
no,
you.
yeah, I think the People's Champ is also a great.
That might have to be
way
a
of putting
tape.
that.
That might have to be the tape. The People's Champ. Executively produced by Twerp, hosted by Aaron. Shuttlecock, let's get it.
Oh yeah,
Y'all heard
I'll
it
do
here
some
first.
drops.
Y'all heard it here first.
But
pre-order that shit on iTunes.
oh yeah, it's up right now. Go find it.
A little bitch.
No, but and I think that occurred to me when I was watching the Water is Wet video.
Yeah, that shit was goofy.
And that's a fun
We
video.
was wilding on that one, boy. Oh man, we was all in the pool. My boy, shout out my boy Garrett. I got a track with him. G Money is his moniker. He had the crib. He had the crib for like a weekend or something. It's a fat ass house, nice ass pool in the back. So I was like, let's get fucked up and shoot this Water is Wet video. Like people loved it out here. So we just got hyped, did a little viewing party for it. Everybody was ecstatic. It was an electric track.
I like the shot like maybe like 30 seconds into the video where like he's clearly like trying to pass you the blunt, but like you're just not
like,
looking.
Too busy rapping, and he just holds it there the entire shot.
Yeah.
It was perfect, bro.
That's
it was
funny.
so funny. My favorite part is when he chugged the beer and did the backflip into the pool in the end.
Also a classic moment.
Yeah,
there.
shout out to Aldo. Shout out to my boy Jason. They helped me film that. Yeah, 6 feet deep. Shout out to them.
Yeah, and I do like appreciate how like kind of fun and like self-referential that like that video and some of your other stuff is because like the music like you might not think it from like just hearing the song like because some of it is like a little aggro or a little like kind of like party type stuff, but just like seeing it visually like you can tell that you're having a good time and
Exactly.
like and that I think also furthers the people's champ element too. Like, oh, he's just not some asshole that's like...
Yeah, I'm doing this shit. And we having as much fun as possible. And we want the people to have fun with us too.
Yeah, so...
I am kind of an asshole though.
So how like you've been dropping music now for like around a year or two? Yeah?
Yeah.
So like I guess I was curious, what do you think like has changed the most since you started dropping stuff?
Many things have changed within myself, within the people around me, within the fans. I've been getting a lot more shows, a lot more opportunities have been opening up to me. More people have been reaching out to me that I never thought would ever reach out to me. I actually took a trip to New York and did a showcase for DJ Absolute called Rock the Mic with a chance to win some racks or meet a Rock Nation executive. Packed house. It was dope as fuck at Club Pyramid. Killed my set. Still got to meet a few people, get in contact with them, but I didn't win the contest. But that let me know this dude in New York heard my shit all the way out here in Kansas City. How? Why? And then you contacted me and told me to come out. That's something that definitely wasn't happening in the beginning. The fans are showing more love. They're coming out to the shows. They're asking me, when is the next show? They're asking me, when is the next song coming out? When's the next track? Who you working with? Like, people are more hands-on. That's what's changing. Like, people are actually tapping in. And that's what I like.
Do you think much has changed like in your music since like you've been releasing stuff?
Most definitely. My style has changed. I've changed my style. Like, each tape, it's something different. Or on the tape, I'm presenting you different styles. My flow has gotten better. My production has definitely gotten better. My mixing and mastering, I'm always trying to focus on the better quality sound. Because you do these shows, these DJs aren't going to want to play your bonk song, even no matter how hot it is. If it's not good enough, if it's going to mess up their speakers, they're not going to want to play that. And boom, that's a missed opportunity. So if you just work harder on that mixing and mastering, boom, that's an opportunity you don't miss. So that's definitely something we've changed. We've changed our promotion. We definitely changed our promotion. We try to go more hands-on with the people. Interactions. Everything is just different. Everything's at an all-time high. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And, so you do have, like, kind of a handful of collaborators that end up on a lot of your stuff.
Team.
So I guess I was hoping to get, like, a bit of an intro to each of them, just, like, kind of a quick,
Okay, I can run
word
through the
on,
team.
like, what each of them does. So I know Nightcrawler pops up on a lot
We got
of your stuff.
Nightcrawler. He's a collaborator. He's a good writer. We got my dude, DJ Quan Chi. He's our DJ, head DJ, host our tapes, host shows for us. We got Twerp. He's incredible with the production, mixing, mastering. We got my boy G Money. He's a collaborator as well as like social marketer. Like, you know what I'm saying? He works on our social medias, gets our accounts up, helps us get more out in the public eye. Mm-hmm. We got our boy Kenny. Goddamn best photographer in Kansas City. I can put that on my soul. And he does his own edits. That's crazy.
Is it Kenny did that?
Kenny did that.
Instagram, yeah.
Kenny did that. Got myself, No Scope. Grammy-nominated artist.
Oh, and you have a lot of stuff with Plus, too, right?
Yes, most definitely. Plus is a producer, engineer, rapper, singer. Dude does it all. And I also got to give a big shout-out to Underworld Industries, my boy Fuego and Goldchild. I do a lot of great work with them. Like, I wouldn't be in the position I was if it wasn't for their help. And I fuck with that.
And you've played a couple of shows that they've put on recently, right?
Down at the 18th Street Union. Shout out to that venue. We rock that out every time. Like, shout out to the fans. They really packed it in last time. Like, it was for Mirabelle Jules. She's suffering from Down syndrome and a couple of other illnesses that her family needed help paying for. So we gathered a lot of money through ticket sales and just overall donations. And, yeah, Underworld Industries, they got a lot of good shit going on. Oh,
that's nice. And, and I guess I was kind of curious, like, what makes you, like, gravitate towards, like, some of these kind of, like, lo-fi, like sometimes loud, but other times just kind of, like, chilled out, like, instrumentals that you like getting on?
If it, like, me and Twerp, he can play me, like, 20 beats. I'm probably going to pick 5. Like, it just has to touch my soul in a certain way. And if I'm like, yes, I can convey just an array of feelings any sort of way on that beat, I'm going to do it. And, like, I think that's what the people relate to. If there's a certain vibe that I can catch, I'm going to capture it. And I want you to feel that. I want you to capture the essence of that song and how we was feeling in the stew at that moment.
Mm. And I don't know, like, I guess you've kind of been teasing a new, like, EP or tape that you might be working on with Lonnie Terrell from No Alternatives.
Lonnie,
so
send them vocals through. You already know. The tape coming.
No, yeah, and you dropped a track from that not too long ago.
We dropped Speedway / Flex Mode, executively produced by Mr. Twerp. He went crazy. It was actually, we linked up in the studio, we was blowing woods. We chopped one beat, and then we chopped another one. And I was like, fuck it, bro. Why don't we just go ahead and combine this into one, like, wavy-ass song?
Go sicko mode.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Go sicko mode on that. It's like, I can't act like that wasn't inspirational. Like, that shit was dope. Like, or we could shout out to Frank Ocean's Nights. Switched the beat up on us 3 times. And shout out to Duckworth, Kendrick. It's just all those songs like that. It's just, it caught my eye. And I think people like that. They like that switch up. So we hit them with it. we had to hit him with it.
Oh, yeah, and you also had like a self-titled EP that came out not
Yes,
too long ago.
yes.
Also,
After the Aggregatees tape dropped in August, I couldn't let the year just go out. Like, I hadn't dropped no more singles, or I hadn't even dropped another video. And I was like, I'm going to give him a little Christmas present. So I dropped this little 3-track EP just titled No Scope. We got PSA on there, Body Bagged It, and then the Let's Get It freestyle featuring Plus. Like, the shit was monumental. It's on all streaming services. If you haven't heard it, check it out. Most definitely. And then I also just dropped another tape with my boy Plus called Off Day. Hosted by DJ Quan, who I was just talking about. 2 Trill. That's what I rep. That's what we do. 5 tracks. Incredible. We got a video coming for Car Show soon, actually. Might actually be performing that one at the show. March 20... What day is it?
I think it's the 26th. I might be wrong.
March 26th? Yeah, bro. I'm about to be at the fucking punk show. Fucking
No, yeah, we
rockstar.
have you at Shuttlecock Presents Ashtray, hardcore band from Chicago, playing at Farewell Transmission with we got No Scope
Ashtray.
and
No
Prude
Scope.
and Brainworms opening that one. So yeah, what should people expect at that show? Like what have your
Something
like
different.
shows been looking
Expect some new songs, some old songs, but none of them will be performed how you think they will be performed. That's all I gotta say.
like? Good tease there.
That's all I gotta say.
But yeah, where do you have like other shows scheduled or
right
anything
now-
else release wise coming up?
Right now, I got this show in Lawrence, February 16th. It's on the same day as the Wiz Khalifa Currency show, I know. But our show is after theirs. So after you're done with theirs, if you can't afford to get into the after party, come fuck with us. Just come fuck with us. We'll keep you nice and warm and turned the fuck up at the TP function. So come fuck with us that day, 10 o'clock. We in there. We teed up. If y'all ever seen some 2 Trill event footage, it's never anything less than live. Like, it's an all-black party, dressed to impress.
Awesome. Yeah, where can people find you like on social media and like listen to your music and everything?
Okay, so I'm on all streaming services: Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Napster, Deezer, Google Play, Amazon, YouTube, all that shit. LimeWire. $NO$KOPE. No Scope. Just type that in Google. We're going to get you right. If you want to follow me on Instagram, type in NOSKOPE1, No Scope 1. Check me out. Give me that follow. Hit me up if you're trying to work. Any local artist, if you're trying to work, just let me know. It's like, I don't be charging. We all just trying to get this city popping. So let's do it.
Awesome. And yeah, people can follow at Shuttlecock Mag on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Visit shuttlecockmusic.com for all the articles and everything. Shuttlecockmag.bigcartel.com for the t-shirts, photo-zines, and buttons you can order.
Gang.
And
Gang.
check out, look through the Facebook events for all the shows we've got hosting coming up, including Ashtray and No Scope. We also got, I don't know, I can't even think right now. There's a bunch of shows in March and May.
Twerk verse Scope. I got tapes on tapes.
Ooh, yeah.
We got another
more
tape,
releases on the
Twerk
way.
verse
No
Scope. That's all I'm going to say.
But no, yeah, I appreciate you,
No Scope
you
and
guys
Ashtray.
being here.
Let's get it. I fuck with it, bro.
Awesome.